On today's show, Steve interviews the Tenors of Rock.
Then Scott and I talk about how cool our subscribers and viewers are. It's because of you we got to do this.
And we look forward to doing many more.
And I remind you to enter the poster contest. Welcome to What Happened to the World Today. I'm Steve.
And I'm Scott, and this is a tale of how bad life decisions led to a YouTube show.
And we're going to talk about what we've noticed is going on in the world today.
Cool.
And I'm going to derail us right off the bat. I'm going off the subject board again.
Go figure.
And, just want to talk about the fact that I am working on making the audio portion of this show a podcast.
Ooh, cool beans.
So my goal is starting in April, on April Fools. No, whenever our show is. Do we have a show on April Fools? We do not have a show on April Fools. We have a show on the 31st.
Oh, that is so sad because that would have been a great show.
It's our best show. So, two of my April Fool jokes. I'm telling the kids this year, kids, I put $100 bills in the plastic eggs and I hit them in the backyard.
Ooh.
Go. April Fools. The next one is, and I got to start working on this. You know those little chocolate Easter eggs you get wrapped in the foil?
Yes.
I'm going to unwrap them and put grapes in there and wrap them back up.
Different size and shape. You're going to have to work on that.
Grape is just like it's the same thing. Everybody's going to be so mad at me. April Fool. Here's your chocolate. It's a grape.
There you go.
Terrible.
It's healthy chocolate.
But I want to thank all of our subscribers and viewers and soon-to-be listeners. Because of you, we've gotten some pretty good clout in town and been able to actually interview some of the performers in some of the shows.
Excellent.
So we have a treat for you today. Scott and I are going to be quiet on this side.
Yeah, sure we are.
And I'm going to talk on the other side. But I got to interview the Tenors of Rock.
Cool.
And these guys are so much fun. I mean, not only is the show good, you're going to have to watch for the show coming up on What Happened in Las Vegas today. I'm still editing it because there is so much footage. These guys are so awesome. It's a dynamic show. First off, you got to go to Harrah's Hotel and Casino, and you got to buy tickets to Tenors of Rock because this show is, it's good. It is good. We got to make enough money to get Scott out here. We'll talk about that after the interview about getting you out here.
Okay.
But I'm going to go ahead and share the screen here. And you're going to see my beautiful face. And then we're going to go ahead and start up the interview. Good evening, everyone. Tonight we have a special treat for you. We're here with the Tenors of Rock at Harrah's Hotel and Casino. And if you haven't seen the show, why not? You need to get out and get tickets to see the show. One of the most high-energy shows you're going to see. These guys are unbelievable. And we're going to start off with introductions. I'm going to start off with our leader of the group. And you consider yourself the leader of the group, Gareth?
Absolutely. My name's Gareth, and I'm the leader of the group. So.
Gareth's idea. So I started there.
Oh, sorry, yeah, I'm Tommy. I'm definitely not the leader of the group. I'm Dai. I'm Gareth's brother, and that's the only reason I'm here.
I'm John, one of Gareth's many millions.
Awesome. Great. All right. Some of you guys have played professional sports. I know you did professional karate.
Yeah, karate, taekwondo, kickboxing, yeah.
Broken nose and that. You played professional sports, right?
I did a lot of soccer when I was young.
A lot of soccer. And then James is not here. James. Is he hiding from somebody? He goes by James. He goes by Jimmy. Now I guess it's JD.
As soon as you find him, you lose him.
Basically, any friends that we have on Facebook already, he hides from. He doesn't want any more friends.
I think it's the tax man. He's like Prince. He just
changes a lot. And then have you guys played sports professionally?
Yes, a lot of sports. Not professionally, but a lot of sports. Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
And has that helped you guys in any way for what you're doing now?
Probably not. I mean, well, the one thing I think has been good is probably team sports.
Okay.
We're playing a lot of team sports. I think we've certainly galvanized a bit of a team spirit to go through what we've gone through to get here.
Yeah,
we needed some kind of team spirit.
Absolutely. So. Team sports teach you to tolerate people around you don't always necessarily have to tolerate.
Exactly.
That's a Johnny answer. Yeah,
well, I'm going to skip this one and go to the prank one. Are you guys pranksters at all?
Yeah.
No, yeah, maybe. No, nobody. Do you guys have a favorite prank or somebody who's a more?
I think what we're bad at is if somebody ever messes up on stage, we don't hide it well.
Yeah, we're not very good at that. So we will laugh on stage a lot.
What do you call it here? Corpsing.
When you laugh.
Yeah, it's called
It's
something
corpse.
else.
What's that?
When you laugh,
When you laugh.
Someone on stage.
Oh,
you break.
you break.
right?
Yeah, I call it breaking. Yeah.
I think we've probably gone through a lot of it over the years, and we're kind of out of pranks. But when he jumps out on me on stage all the time.
I like that.
He tries to scare me.
It's simple, but it's just so. Can you show us? Please show us what you do.
Like,
Go out a shot.
you just have a conversation.
You go out a shot. So we'll be going along doing something on stage.
Does that a lot?
As you can see, it really works.
I think the other thing that all of us are into, is if we eat something that makes our wind horrendous, we get a massive amount of joy allowing everyone else to smell that, especially Tom.
Is that called a prank out here?
That's called definitely a prank.
I mean, that's been a constant for 8 years.
I feel sorry for people in the front row.
Really?
Especially when we used to have fans.
Okay. Well, even though James, Jimmy, JD, whatever he's going by this week, isn't here, I don't know if you guys know this, but he has himself listed as the dance captain
He does.
of the Tenors of Rock.
Yeah.
Captain of dance.
I find that
So-
offensive.
Since you guys are so bad at pranks, have you ever played Pass the Penny?
No, we haven't. No, what is that?
So Pass the Penny, a lot of my friends who are dancers, especially on the cruise lines and that, they will have a penny, and it has to stay on stage the whole time.
See, that
So
works
you're
for-
passing it to the other singers, or sticking it in their pocket,
that
or
works
somewhere.
for a production show because you have to be in a certain place
Certainly.
at a certain time.
See.
We've got one choreographed move in the show that goes like this. And that's it. For the rest of the time, I just walk up to go and go on the mic, and I just go, "There's the penny."
Yeah.
So that would
One
work.
thing we used to
Probably
do.
throw it at each other.
Jimmy didn't used to wear his kilt a good few years back now. So when he started to, it was quite the game to just try and lift it up. At any
Really?
given opportunity. Yeah, that was.
Get
That's really
a
good.
little Jimmy out.
A little Jimmy out.
Okay. And then a lot of you guys have a lot of experience performing in the West End of London. Okay. We talked about kind of where you started. You guys have had almost every job there, from cleaning up to performing and
Oh God, everything from bar jobs to
I clean
backstage
toilets.
jobs to cleaning to painting, decorating, taxi driving.
how does that kind of compare to being here now, having your own show? I mean,
No
it's,
different. The weather's different. That's all.
That's it.
Everything's exactly the same.
they still have you cleaning up for them and putting up, painting the set and then tidying up
We weren't allowed.
afterwards.
We offered to build our set. We moved in, but we
We
weren't
did
allowed.
actually because they were behind schedule.
Union.
So,
Oh, that's right, Union.
we
Yeah.
were behind on the opening here, and we said, well, we've got a bit of experience. We could actually build our own
They
set.
would let us.
I think the one thing it's given us is just a little bit of freedom, and we're kind of in charge of our own destiny.
Okay.
If that's a good thing or not, I have no idea. But
I think it's a good thing. You guys had experience on the X Factor. So
We did.
you guys already formed together before you went on the X Factor?
yeah, we'd done a bunch of stuff before then, and we'd done a tour, and we'd kind of done all sorts of different things before we went on there. And it's a good TV program, and we used it for what we could, and it was it gave
John's
us
got some thoughts on
it
the
gave
X
us
Factor.
it gave us some good exposure. Let's put it
Good.
that way.
Well, you guys made it to top 10. You made it to top 10.
did, yeah.
It was a good experience. It was mainly a good experience.
Good experience. Okay, so John, what really happened? What really happened?
Now listen. Right.
Let me break it down.
Okay, so here's
Break
the
it
thing,
down.
right? The X Factor and other shows like the X Factor, you've got to understand they're television shows. They're not talent shows, they're TV shows. So what happens in these TV shows is they try and get out of these poor youngsters who've never had any experience on television or entertainment. They try and draw from them these horrible, horrendous, emotional reactions, right? So they treat them like they whip them around all day. They whip everyone around all day. They make you feel uneasy. They move you from room to room. Basically, when you're trying to break a horse and you put it in one of those pens, you wind it on that way, then you hit it, then you go that way, and you hit it, go that way, and you hit it, until it just does everything you ask it to.
Yeah.
That's what they do to these poor kids, right? And us, we didn't care though, right? And they do this to these poor kids, and that's why when they go into these rooms and they sing their hearts out and they can't sing, and then they go, no, you're rubbish, and they break down and they have these amazing emotional responses, which are unrealistic, by the way, but teaching the rest of society that is normal, which is bonkers and madness. But that's what happens. It's horrible. It's a horrible experience.
Well, I'm going to
We had a great time.
You had a great time. Good.
You want to do something, do it by hard work. We tried the X Factor, and it's kind of helped, I guess, but it didn't really change anything. As far as money in the bank,
didn't we?
money in the bank, no. It cost us a lot of money. It cost me a lot of money.
I'm definitely gonna have to have John on my other shows where we'll talk on a talk show, because I have some opinions on reality shows and how they're all scripted anyways, but that's awesome. You talk a little bit in the show about your influences in music. Who are your guys' biggest influences aside from your father, who played all the music for you and told you all these fun stories about them? Come see the show so you can find out about that. But who are your biggest influences, and who do you guys enjoy performing?
Queen's one for me.
Yeah, I think it's a group.
I did We'll Rock You in London, so I got to meet Brian May and Roger Taylor quite a lot, and getting to do that live, and we learnt it from the stemmed track that they recorded it on. So we got to listen to every track, and it was a great experience. We didn't have long to learn it. We had a few weeks, but it's such a masterpiece of a song to get done. I love doing that.
I think as a group, that's probably the best one for us to kind of to work on in the show is. That represents us probably the best. I'm sure we've all got individual bits that we all like, but as a group, probably Bohemian Rhapsody.
Okay. So one of the comments, I don't know if you noticed or not, but Tommy's kind of the goofball here, which is good, which I like, which is why I like him. I'll post a picture up, but they did a calendar. And in the calendar, well, they won't be able to see it on there, so I'll post so you can see it. In the calendar, it's too small. Thank God the guard thing is, when you see a picture, you'll know. Thank God the guard thing is big enough. But Tommy commented, of course, I'd be the one that's naked. So is this like a common occurrence? Is he backstage during changes just naked?
No, normally it's Jim that's naked.
Really? Jimmy's the one.
It's right down to his skids, and then just starts like looking at himself and walking around.
So really?
These days.
Okay.
Most often out of all of us.
Really? Okay. Well, that's good to know and frightening to know at the same time for me.
I think maybe we just thought for public viewing that maybe Tommy was the safest.
I don't know why I ended up getting naked.
Tommy was in hair. Tommy was in hair, so if you were in hair, I would imagine that you were naked in hair. So, so there's that. Right. So my last question is always, I consider my toughest, easiest question, because you should know the answer. However, coming up with the question is the hard part. What is the one question? You guys do a lot of interviews. What's the one question that nobody ever asks you in an interview, and you go, why don't they ask us about that? What?
No one ever asked me what my favorite food is, ever.
Really? So what's your favorite food?
Chili con carne.
Lies.
Minestrone soup?
Yes, minestrone soup.
That's his favorite?
I lived with him for a year, every single day. Minestrone soup.
Yeah. Any other questions that you guys want to be asked? Like, God, why don't they ask me that?
Nobody ever asked us about politics. Probably a good idea.
Oh yeah, no.
Well, now, okay, so I will ask you about that in politics. So politics out of the UK is different than politics here.
No, it isn't. That's not true. It's all bullshit. All of it.
Well, again, I am going to talk Johnny into being on my talk show, because that's the other thing that we talk to about. But yeah, it's pretty much like a magician. Oh, look over here while we take the money out of your pocket. But yeah, so
money, come see our
show. So the Queen gets up, and are you excited about? Are you guys excited about the wedding coming up?
What wedding?
What is it? Prince Harry and the American actress. Yeah.
What song did she sing?
So she talks about her butt. Yeah.
I just found out today Prince Harry and Prince William are in the new Star Wars film. They're stormtroopers.
They're stormtroopers. No kidding.
They're the posh version of being Gareth.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah. Well, I can tell them apart. I remember which one's which, because Harry shaved his head and he's bald like me. So Harry isn't Harry. So that's how I can remember which one. It's generic.
William's got it.
Yeah.
There you go.
So there you go.
Many questions we never got asked for a reason. Probably.
Yeah. Well, I want to thank you guys very much. If you get a chance, come out to Harris. This is going to be part of a bigger and livelier review of the show. I have some live footage from the show that we're going to put up there. So I would like to thank all you guys for this. I really appreciate it. Guys, have a great evening. Have a great show tonight.
Thank you,
man. And we will all talk to you later. Thank you.
Tenors of Rock, yeah, boy.
All right. All right. So that was the interview.
That was superb.
With the Tenors of Rock. And those guys are so much fun. And you think they're that much fun, like in the interview? You ought to see them on stage. I mean,
you tell people who enjoy what they do.
Fantastic.
When I perform, that's what happens to me. I'm a different person.
You're performing now.
Oh, that's true.
Does this mean this isn't the real Scott?
This is the wake up part of me. because I'm sitting down. As you'll find out once I start moving, because we're working on that for a later episode.
Yeah, we're going to have Scott standing.
Yes, I'm going to be moving around, and that's what happens. I get more and more hyper the more I move.
I'm looking for that picture that I talked about, which I said I would post, but I don't see it. Oh, no. Why do I not?
While they're looking at that, there's something that I forgot to mention. Just don't ignore me. Just find your picture. Ladies and gentlemen, spring is coming. Look, I have things coming out of my ground that was frozen last month or last week.
Things coming out of your ground.
Tulips. Tulips. Look, those are tulips. Yay, spring is coming.
I think I emailed it to myself, so I'm going to have to grab this here.
Yesterday, the last of the snow in my backyard melted.
So now the snow melted and it's that warm already.
Well, you have to understand something. The ground gets, this, the ground is frosted down 30 to 36 inches. So the top surface thaws first, obviously, because the sun beats on it.
Okay.
All right. But where the sun's not hitting, in the shade of the house, in the shade of the garage, next to trees, if the sun doesn't hit there, it doesn't thaw the ground. So the snow stayed there even though it was in the 40s because the ground is froze.
Wow. Okay.
But this right here is in my front yard in the most sunny part of the entire yard. So we have growth. Yay.
Yay, you have growth. I found the picture.
Cool. See, I wasted just enough time, didn't I?
And there it is.
Hey. Oh, yeah.
So as you can see, Tommy, Gareth is not in that picture. And Jimmy, or JD, is down with the Hawaiian shirt down there in the pool. But yeah, what a great group of guys. I'm going to go ahead and I told Tommy, I says, well, we are all thankful that the guard life buoy was large enough.
Yes.
I'm sure the girls were upset, but yeah.
I mean, this guy's ripped.
Oh yeah, no, they're all.
Well, he does. Well,
but even James is huge, but he's a rugby dude.
This guy does the karate and stuff, so yeah, that's what he's like.
So yeah, these guys and they're doing 6 shows.
Remember when I used to work out? When we used to go to the club, I used to look like that.
Yes. Yes. I'm getting back to looking like that. Another lie.
Yeah, yeah. Never that quite good, but we were in better shape back then.
But it's so nice to get to see, that the real people behind these performers and that. Gareth, who's the leader, did a great job, getting his friends together. The joke is dragging his little brother along. His mom said, got to be there. That's why I'm here, because Mom said so. But the guys really, really do enjoy it. They enjoy having a good time. And when you see the review, you'll see a few things on there. At one point, Dai grabs my camera, and you'll see that, and takes it up on stage, and is during the show filming.
Cool.
So that'll be in the review. So that's some great footage, and I'm thankful to have that. And I want to thank the guys. I want to thank the access that I had from the producers and that to go and actually talk to these guys and do this. And this is the kind of stuff because of our viewers going to these shows, talking about these shows, spreading the word for that we're getting to do these things. So if you guys want to continue to see this behind the scenes kind of stuff, keep getting your friends to subscribe, like our videos, watch our videos, and we'll get to do more of this.
Exactly.
So,
and one of these days, I might even be able to get out there and do this.
And then you might. But, yeah, I mean, Johnny was great. You could see Gareth a couple times, like, look at the camera, look off at the producer, look back at me and go, we can cut that question anytime. But Johnny, they've all been, in the business for a long time. And they all, like they said, on the West End, which is, for those people who don't know, the West End of London is the same as Broadway. It is just as big as Broadway.
Yeah, literally places next to each other competing, but they're not really competing because they're just different acts.
Yeah, and they have all the different jobs you can do there. So these guys have been in the business and doing this stuff for a long time. And go take a look at the website, which I will put a link in the bottom. But take a look at all of the things these guys were in. And how about their opportunity to to learn, well, for Dai, when he was in the Queen, We Will Rock You, to learn from May, who, when I saw the tour, I'm just like, I'm amazed. I was like, oh my God, it's so cool. To learn from the guys who actually wrote the music, and then to have all the tracks, because that's one of the things that Queen is known for. Queen laid down like multiple tracks. If there were 6 people playing instruments, there were 21 to 29 tracks.
Oh yeah.
I mean, they tracked out everything. Amazing musicians. And like I said, I had the opportunity to see them when they came back on tour.
And range of vocals.
And yeah, just fantastic. But these guys' range of vocals are so good too. It's not even funny. It's just absolutely amazing. All I can say is you have to come to Las Vegas. You have to. We'll talk more about Scott's New Year's resolutions, but one of his New Year's resolutions was to make a trip to Las Vegas this year. So we're already coming up on the end of the first quarter, and a couple of things have fallen through. So I don't know if he's going to make it or not. So
I know
you got to get your act together there.
That blasted insurance payment drained me.
Yeah. Well, tell me about that. So I'm going to start the thunder and the lightning. I know you hate when I do that, but I think it's cool. When I was backstage, when we do thunder for the shows, we had a piece of metal.
Yes.
Shake the metal back and forth.
That is correct.
For thunder. It was cool. It was fun.
Yeah.
Strobe lights for lightning, but the thunder was cool. I got to do the thunder. Ooh. Remember, for the whole month of March, put comments in our videos. Subscribe, like our videos, but put a comment in there. Put the comment in there and say, I want the poster.
I want it.
The game is part of it. Do it on What Happened to the World Today, which is the show you're watching, in case you forgot.
Yes.
Put it in What Happened in Las Vegas Today.
Yep.
Put it in Fun Guy the Entertainer. What is your name?
Fun Guy the Entertainer.
Fun Guy the Entertainer. I got it right. Put it in there. Autographed by John Payne. Got a picture of him autographing it, so you'll have your proof of authenticity. I will send it to the lucky winner. We will draw in the first week of April. We'll put all the names in a bucket and a hat or something, and we'll draw. So with that, I want to say subscribe, like, put the comment in. I want the poster. Get your friend to subscribe. Put your name in. I want the poster. You get an entry. He gets an entry.
That's right.
Want to give this poster away. I've got other things I've been getting signed and autographed that will continue to give away throughout the rest of the year. So with that, I want you to live every day, and we'll see you at the next show.
And if you feel our show is not a bad life decision.
Yes? 1K all the way?
No, not doing that anymore.
You're not doing it anymore?
No, I'm going to come up with something cool like you came up with.
All right. Well, then just say have a good one, and we're out of here.
Have a good one.
Crazy, and just did amaze me.